The Sunday roast was Mom's specialty. Perfectly cooked, exquisitely garnished, and served with elegant tableware that was reserved for significant family conversations. I had grown to hate these dinners over the years. It always had the same connotation. Someone in need of money had me as their designated provider. Your brother has a great opportunity. Dad began chopping the roast with the same authority that he brought to everything he said. A tech startup, ground floor, financial opportunity, or creative concept. At 33, I was a senior compliance officer with Titan Financial Group. My brother Chase was 29 years old. With 5 failed businesses under his belt and an MBA from a school that had since lost its accreditation. What kind of business is it? I inquired, even though I had already heard this pitch 4 times. With the enthusiasm of someone who had recently discovered a trend that everyone else had given up on 3 years before, Chase spoke about AI-powered social media analytics, which will support influencers' content optimization. The market is enormous. We need seed money, Dad continued. Both your mother and I have already given $30,000. Your aunt and uncle each gave $20,000. You must now match our investment. $500,000. I drank some water, gaining time. You said that your investment will be matched. $50,000 is more than $30,000. We have to pay more for it. Mom chimed in easily. Equipment, office space, and marketing materials. Your $50,000 goes toward launch and development. This was Chase's 6th business venture. My family and I had received a total of $240,000 from the first 5. After 4 months, the organic juice bar closed. A Bitcoin advisory firm that started up a few weeks before the financial crisis of 2018. An upscale pet accessory boutique. A mobile app for making reservations at restaurants that was never made public beyond beta. A consultancy business that didn't get a single client. The ground floor was a must-see every time the pitch was the same. Each time I was told that I would have to pay interest on the loan. The money vanished each time the business failed. How is the consulting business doing, Chase? Yes, I did ask. 8 months ago, you began that. The market wasn't ready, he declared. But this is not like that. I've learned a lot from my mistakes. This one is trustworthy. They're all solid until they're not, I whispered. Dad used his fork to clatter his dish. It's a terrible way of thinking. Your sibling is an entrepreneur. Some business ventures are profitable, but not all of them are. He requires our assistance. Over the course of 6 years, I have given him $240,000. There was silence in the room. Those were investments, Mom said warily. Definitely neither failures nor gifts. They were educational opportunities. $4 million in educational opportunities. You act like that's big money, Chase said in a defensive tone. You work in finance. You are compensated well. What do you think about $50,000? In my pocket, my phone blew up. I peered at the screen beneath the table. The account exhibited unusual activity. Chase attempted to access savings account 7743. I felt my blood freeze. I got to my feet and said, "Pardon me, there must be a response to this call." As I walked into the hallway, I called the fraud department of my bank. The security chief, Sandra Chin, immediately responded. Ms. Morrison, we've discovered multiple unauthorized access attempts to your accounts in the past 48 hours. Someone who has been experimenting with different passwords has your account numbers. Are you able to locate the IP address? Completed it already? A home Maple Grove address serves as the source. Is that identifiable? The address of my parents? It's true. Could you tell which accounts were targeted? Your primary savings account, your investment account, and, interestingly, a few overseas accounts that have additional security features. Furthermore, someone tried to access those, but the multi-factor authentication stopped them. The offshore accounts were unknown to my relatives. Sandra, please freeze everything except for my primary checking and provide me with the complete access logs that are now being analyzed. Ms. Morrison, since these attempts are methodical and come from a known source, I have to ask, do you know who might be at fault? Through the doorway, I could see my family having supper and discussing Chase's latest project. Yes, I am certain that I know who it is. I returned to the dining room and set my phone on the table, face down. For banks, that was security. An attempt has been made to compromise my accounts. Chase stopped using his fork halfway to his mouth. To be honest, Mom's voice was anxious, yet her eyes darted to Chase. That is really awful. These days, identity theft is quite common. It is, especially if your account numbers are in the hands of the criminal. I focused entirely on Chase. How did I get the information about my account? What are you trying to say? But his face had gone pallid. Sandra's security log was retrieved. This is a list of the access attempts. There have been 7 attempts on my savings and investment accounts in the past 2 days. Everything from this house. That's not possible, said Dad, but there was no conviction in his tone. Is Chase present? You were at my house last month. You asked to check your email on my laptop. Have you reviewed my files? Not me. I mean, my personal budget spreadsheet is the only location where these account numbers are stored. Things I have on my computer. Mom set down her glass of wine. Even if Chase saw certain numbers, he wouldn't try to access your accounts, Sophia. He's your brother. He has made 14 attempts to access them in the last 2 days. And it's not the first time. I opened another file. 3 months ago, someone tried to transfer money from my savings to an account connected to Chase's LLC, but the attempt was discovered and stopped. I thought it was a technical error. This is absurd, murmured Chase as he got to his feet. Because of errors made by your bank, you are accusing me of being a criminal. I whispered, sit down, and he complied. We're not done. I pulled up a comprehensive financial study that I had been working on for months when I opened my laptop. For years, I have been keeping track of family financial requests. All loans, investments, and crises. This is the synopsis. The screen was filled with the spreadsheet. $185,000 in total was granted to the family between 2018 and 2024, $14,000 in emergency demands from parents. The success of Chase's enterprises benefits all of us. Since Chase doesn't create businesses, none of them have and won't. He spends all of his money before moving on to the next concept. You don't know that, Chase retorted. This startup is unique. Each of them is unique. All of them are innovative, but they all fall short. That is unfair. I selected a different tab. Chase is ambitious, Mom cut in. Chase acts carelessly. And you make it possible. I looked at my parents. When I put the phone on speaker, Chase's face lost its color. This is Detective James Walsh from the Financial Crimes Unit, Ms. Morrison. The security report was sent by your bank. Regarding attempted account fraud, I have some questions for you. Detective, of course. Actually, I'm currently with my family. This is where the activity started, I see. The device utilized in the access attempts has been identified. We'll have to investigate it and speak with anyone who had access to the details of your account. This is absurd. A misunderstanding has led you to call the cops on your own brother. Detective, this is a family matter, Dad said. Police participation is not necessary. Attempting to access financial accounts without authorization is illegal, sir. It must be reported by the bank. It is up to Ms. Morrison whether or not to file charges. Everyone gave me a look. I want a full investigation. I made that very plain. Your brother is him and he attempted to rob me. Chase sat back down hard after I gave him almost $200,000. You attempted to access foreign accounts with their own security procedures that I had not disclosed to you. How were you ever aware of their existence? Quiet. Chase went through all your files, Dad finally stated. He informed us that you were reluctant to assist family members and that you had millions hidden away. You knew he had hacked my laptop, discovered my account details, and attempted to access my money since the admission lingered in the air, and you remained silent. We're family, Mom begged. Chase just needs a chance, and you have so much. I work 80-hour work weeks and make careful investments because I don't waste money on failing companies, which is why I have so much. You're correct. You are unaware that I have money. Are you curious about the amount? My full financial portfolio was visible when I opened a new document. $890,000 in domestic accounts, $2,400,000 in foreign investment accounts, $750,000 in retirement funds, $100,000 in real estate assets, and $6,340,000 in corporate stock options. Ms. Morrison, I'll need you to come to the station tomorrow to give a formal statement, Detective Walsh remarked over the phone. Since we are related, you recommended that I sell my first rental property and invest in Chase's Bitcoin business. Dad asked me to finance Chase's juice bar after I was promoted to senior officer. No, ATMs do that. The device that was utilized for the access attempts will also need to be investigated. That's my laptop, Chase said. I'll bring it in. The once perfect family supper had turned into accusations, and quiet as I hung up, leaving the dessert Mom had cooked untouched on the counter. Here's what happens now, I said. You're really doing this, Chase remarked without inquiring. After I gave you probation and restitution, you attempted to steal from me. There's a distinction. I grabbed my bag. Over the course of 6 years, I have given you $240,000. You attempted to breach my accounts in exchange for my support of every company, my belief in every pitch, and my acceptance of every justification. We were unaware that you were monitoring. "That's the problem," remarked Dad. "What about your sixth business concept, the startup? The one you intended to finance with funds you attempted to pilfer? It is no longer a startup. His dreams are being destroyed by you. You thought I was stupid enough to overlook it, submissive enough not to care, and desperate enough to maintain my family's favor." I made my way to the door. "Where do we go from here?" Mom inquired. "That is up to you. If you cooperate with the investigation, perhaps we can finally rebuild something truthful. I'll let the judicial system take care of everything if you fight it." I left them sitting around the remnants of a family meal, the dessert unfinished, the roast cooling, and their delusion that I was their limitless bank account finally crushed. Chase's laptop contained thorough notes on my spending habits, investment plans, and real estate holdings, and the inquiry proceeded swiftly. The family disintegrated, with some members supporting Chase and accusing me of being spiteful, while others, like my Uncle Raymond, got in touch with me to share their personal stories of Chase's financially detrimental business endeavors. Chase agreed to a plea agreement that included a permanent restraining order that barred him from accessing my financial information, 2 years of probation, and a forced reparation of $5,000, all he could afford. Uncle Raymond assured me it was a guaranteed investment, so I handed him $15,000 for the juice bar. He said that since I was investing in my family, I shouldn't anticipate reimbursement and that the failure was the result of market forces. The pattern extended beyond my immediate family. Chase had been using family responsibilities to support his lifestyle. My career thrived without the continual strain of family financial crises. I was elevated to Vice President of Global Compliance. My investment portfolio increased to $7.2 million. I bought a vacation house in Barcelona, one of the properties Chase had tried to look up on my laptop. But the true shift was internal. The shame that had always accompanied my success, the feeling that I should be doing more, giving more, and being more for my family, finally faded when I began dating someone I met at a financial conference. Anticipating criticism, I informed him about my family's situation over dinner, and he responded, "My family tried something similar. Bravo for protecting yourself." He concluded that love shouldn't have a cost. I received a letter from Chase 6 months after the dinner that changed everything. I'm enrolled in a court-mandated financial literacy program, Sophia. We had to calculate the actual cost of our business ventures last week. And when I totaled what I had lost, not just yours, but everyone's, I ultimately came to the conclusion that I had stolen $300,000 from family members, damaged relationships, and blamed everyone but myself. I don't deserve forgiveness yet, so this isn't an apology. I'm only working on becoming someone who might one day merit a sister like you. I read the letter 3 times in an attempt to find a way to manipulate the situation, but all I found was accountability, something my family had never provided before, and I chose not to respond. I'm learning what you attempted to teach me through the program. Companies require labor, not only concepts and funds from third parties. I landed a legitimate job with a marketing company, working 9 to 5 and earning a consistent salary. I had a partner who respected my boundaries. I had a life that was truly mine. Mom's perfectly cooked roast had been the last meal. The Sunday dinners with their demands and guilt had ended. The family investments had stopped. The exploitation had been exposed and legally prevented, and I pretended everything was normal. Maybe I will one day. Maybe this was the recognition I needed to move on completely, the closure I needed. I was free either way. I eventually realized that family shouldn't be a commercial transaction. Love shouldn't involve withdrawals, and support shouldn't entail financial exploitation after spending $6 million and making 14 hacking attempts. Refusing to be used is sometimes the most loving thing you can do, and sometimes the family you need is the one you select rather than the one you were born into. I would make the same decision each time: freedom.